Chris with Hooks and Hammocks on the Ohio River. It is 10:22 in the morning, and as you can see, it is extremely foggy still. I purposely waited, left late, thinking by 9 o'clock all this fog will be burnt off. No such luck. So it's too dangerous to run down where I wanted to fish, so we're going to just start right here at the boat ramp. Boat ramp's right here behind me. We're going to start right here, and we're going to stay close to the bank and drag baits down to the direction I want to fish until this fog lifts, and we'll see what happens. But we're going to stay close to the bank, try to stay safe. Barge traffic is all the way over here on the other side of the river, so we shouldn't have to worry about barges. We just got to worry about other boaters. And I just had one go by me on plane in this fog. People are crazy. Don't do it. It ain't worth it. You can kill yourself or someone else. Now let's go fishing. This is our setup. We're dragging baits. We've got about a 2.5, 3 foot leader. Got our dragging weight, a float, a hook, 10-aught hook. All of the hooks are the same. They're all 10-aughts. We're going to bait up. We're going to get started. We're actually going down river, but that's where I want to fish. And we're going to try dragging down river till this fog lifts. Let's see what happens. We're going to run 2 straight back, 1 on each side with planer boards. Shad for bait. Shouldn't be too much longer. All this fog will be gone. We can go fish where we want to fish. I'd rather be dragging upriver against the current than down. We're going a little faster than I mean, we're only doing 0.7. It's not horrible, but you can control the boat more and stuff better when you're going up against the current, which I don't think there's a lot of current out here today. I mean, like I said, we're doing 0.7, and I know we're going faster than the current, so there can't be much for current out here today. About 0.4 to 0.7 is pretty ideal speed for dragging. I have caught fish at over 1 mile an hour, but you know, the situation's just got to be right for that. I think the water might be a little bit on the cold side. It's 63.7. It might be a little bit too cold for a 1 mile an hour drag, but what do I know? I'm not a fish. As long as there's fish in this video today, I'm posting it. I'm gonna cut out the dead spots, but I'm gonna let you show the missed fish, the lost fish, any hang-ups, anything like that. I mean, it's not gonna be an unedited, uncut video, but it's gonna be everything. You know, it's gonna be a lot of this, just me standing here, sitting here, watching nothing happen. But everything else, it's going in the video. So let's call it a, I mean, it's gonna be like a real fishing trip. You know, if I got something to say, like right now, I'm gonna say it. But it's not gonna be one of those 4-hour long, uncut thingamabobbies, which I actually enjoy watching. Shout out to Justin Johnston, Kayak Catfish. I really do enjoy watching those videos, especially like Kelly and I just got back from Tennessee yesterday, all the way home. It was a 5-hour drive, and we watched one of his videos. It was a 4-hour video. Turned it on. It got us through the drive. It was, you know, informative, entertaining. He caught some good fish. So I mean, I'm not knocking those videos. I just don't know if I can talk for 4 straight hours. But I can talk to you every once in a while. So that's what I'm gonna do. The camera's rolling the whole time. I'm not ever gonna shut the camera off. I'm just gonna cut out all the really super boring parts, except for the boring part of me talking. I would say in another 15 minutes or so, this fog is gonna be gone. We're gonna reel these up and we're gonna run down to where I wanna be. I've just got to decide whether we're going to spot lock. I don't think we've got enough current to spot lock. Even with a drift sock, I don't think it would help us. So we may just run all the way up to where I want to be and drag back. We're going to drag deep water. Because right now I've been dragging in anywhere from 20 to 35 feet. We haven't had a bite. So when we get up there around this bend, I'm going to drag that deep water all the way around that bend. See how we do. probably what we're going to do is drag. So a little bit more about our situation right now. I think it's October 21st, or I don't even know, but it's water temp 63.8. The air temperature when we were driving down here was 42, so it's a little on the cool side. But it's going to get up in the low 70s, mid 70s. So I wore shorts. I'm a little bit chilly right now, but not too bad. All right, I'm gonna start reeling these up. I can see all the way up to the bend now, so we're safe to run up there. I'm gonna reel these up and we're gonna get down there where we wanna be. And like I said, we'll see what the conditions are when we get there. If there's current, we might anchor up, we might spot lock, suspend, cast out. If there's no current, we're gonna drag. Let's go. All right, there's definitely no current here, or not enough current to even talk about it. We ran all the way up here, or down here. Been sitting on spot lock while I'm cutting bait. There's not even enough current to turn the boat around. So we're definitely gonna have to drag. So I'm gonna spin the boat around, get baited up. We're gonna start dragging back. Gonna focus on deep water at first. See what happens. All I'm doing right now is getting the boat spun around, getting it pointed in the direction I want. Then I'm going to set my control here, how much power to give the trolling motor to go the speed I want to go, which we're going to probably be 0.4, 0.5. See how much pressure that puts on our planer boards. Got a little bit of wind, just a little bit of wind going upriver, so that's going to try to push us too. But anyway, let's get some baits out. Shad and white bass is what I'm putting out this time. So I'm going to do shad, white bass, shad, white bass. That's how we're going to do it. And they are white bass fillets. Going a little bit quicker than I would like. Right now we're in 35 feet of water, but I know we're going to hit up to 65 feet once we get up into this bend. So I made sure I had plenty of line under my planer board so that it'll stay on bottom when we get into that deeper water. I run my lines going straight out the back. I run them extra long because as you get deeper, they're going to drop closer to the boat. So you just want to make sure you got plenty of line under your planer boards, and if you're running them out the back, run them out the back a long ways. Keep them baits out there away from the boat just in case the boat does spook the fish. Now, I don't believe anything deeper than 20 feet. I don't think this boat's going to spook those fish. The trolling motor's only running on like 2. It's not making a lot of noise. Now you do have your transducer that makes some noise. Is this a snag? Looks like a snag. It's definitely a snag. Hopefully it'll come out. Come on, baby. Come on out. Well, let's deal with this. came out, but our planer board popped. Now we got our rod right next to it snagged. Well, the orange one came out. We're still going where we need to go and the speed I want to be. This is one of the hazards of dragging baits. I mean, this stuff happens. Just got to deal with it. The good news is we didn't break any lines. We got our bait back. Everything's still here. It's just costing us time with less baits in the water at this point. A lot of snags through here, but that's where the fish are. So, nope, that one came out. As long as they keep coming out, we're all right. Doesn't cost us too much time. There, we're starting to drop. We're in 45 feet. So yeah, let's check this orange one. I want to make sure that floats in the right place, not down on top of the hook. Everything looks good, so I'm going to drop it back down. Now that's on bottom. I'm going to let line out on this purple one. Because you've got lines going straight back, you want to make sure that they're different lengths so they don't tangle up. So I want one of them much longer than the other. You can tell by where your line enters the water. That one on the right, the purple one's much farther back behind the boat than the orange one is. Yeah, we've dropped into 57 feet now. And there's life down there, so that's a good sign. We've got good bait. As long as they're down there and they want to eat, we're going to feed them. So I'm going to show you guys why you can't trust your graph on the Ohio River. Right now, I don't know if you guys can see that, we're in 36 feet of water, but according to the map, we should be in like 8. We're almost on the bank. We're almost on the bank. We're only about 50 yards off the bank. And yeah, don't trust the maps unless you've mapped it yourself. You can't go by the maps on the Ohio River. Well, we finally got one. He's gotten this other line. Luckily we got him out. "60 feet of water, so we're going slow. Bringing them up slow. Not a bad fish. I wouldn't call it a monster, but not bad at all. Get this rod out of our way. Grab the net. In the net. Finally found the fish. Like I said, he ain't no monster, but we're gonna take it. Get this net back up here out of the way. There it is. Probably 12 pounds. We'll go with that. Get it back. I marked a lot of fish down there. Right where he hit. Another fish on. This one was on shad. "49 feet now. Still trying to bring them up slow. We're still, anytime we're over or deeper than 30 feet, we want to bring them up slow. I'd like to see some bubbles out there to know they're getting rid of that air. Sometimes when you're dragging, they're so far back you just don't see them. think he's just about the same size as the last one. Got a barge coming too. Hopefully we're out of his way. Tell you what, it's been a hard, long fight. It's 2:07. We caught both of these fish within like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. We went a long, long time without even a bite. All right, let me get this net. Come on, little buddy. Sometimes that's easier than dealing with a net. Get the planer board out of our way so we can deal with this bad boy. That barge ain't honking at us, so we must be out of his way. Well, I tell you, there is nothing left of this piece of shad. I mean nothing, just a skull. He's not as big as the first one. Still a good fish. I'll take him like this all day. Let's get it back. I love it when you pull them out of deep water and you can release them and they go straight down because you know they don't have any air in them. And that's what he did. All right, it's almost 3 o'clock. We got our last barge going by and it's clear river ahead. As soon as all this wake and everything gets through here, I'm gonna start putting everything away, head back to the boat ramp and get home. So this is really the end of the video, unless we catch a fish. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. And just like that, we're loaded and ready to go home. See ya.